a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new Monday. It's a new week.
It is Monday.
Yep.
It's like 1, 2, 3, as I said on my Instagram account, Squeeze.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, 1 coffee, 2 dogs,
4 bites.
3 minutes to walk to work, 4 bites, and 5 days to help people.
Yep.
And make the world a more beautiful place.
Absolutely.
Yes. Not so beautiful in Texas.
Well, let's just remind them that this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. We're going to be talking about a lot today. And, of course, get your immigration questions answered, jumping right into it. I want to remind you that you need to call 1-800-529-5465.
Here we go.
Why does it look like my shirt's a little bit too open, a little bit too...
What, you've shown a little too much chest? You think you're in Jamaica still?
Patrice did it. Her boyfriend's a killer. She had my chest.
You think you're in Jamaica still, maybe?
Open when she was miking me.
Yeah.
You know? Right. But it's the Brad and Squeeze Show, folks. It's a new week, like I said. Call us now, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-LAWLINK. So what's happening in the world?
What's happening in the world is Carol Anderson, the Tiger's the winner. Monday morning, first person to say good morning to me.
Oh, really?
Live on our Facebook page at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. Congratulations, Carol Anderson, the Tiger. You won.
How much?
Actually, I'm going to tell you something.
How much?
I'm going to tell you something. We have to be actually very careful about
How much?
We have to be very careful about it because I read an article over the weekend that there's an unnamed radio station in New York City. All right, let's just say hypothetically it's 103.5 FM.
Yeah.
And
hypothetically
it's 103. And they were running a thing about you won a vacation, but it wasn't really a vacation or something. It was more like you had to. It was like some sort of sales gimmicky thing, and you had to go buy something after the fact. And then they were talking to salespeople. So now people are complaining. You got to be very careful what you say. You're going to win.
Yep.
So Squeeze.
Anything else?
What does Carol Anderson, the Tiger, win? Being very careful as your attorney. I'm watching every word.
I don't know. You're the one who ran the contest, and evidently she said good morning on your page.
She will win.
I'm a little bit jealous.
How about an air kiss from Squeeze? An air kiss. Blow her a kiss.
You know?
Why don't you blow Carol a kiss? She loves you.
Her to look for you.
I know. She loves you, Carol. Go blow her a kiss.
Okay.
Blow her a kiss. We're waiting.
Carol, I'll give you anything you want.
We're waiting. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Is it not manly enough to blow a kiss?
As long as it's within my power, I'll give you whatever you want.
Is it not manly enough for you to blow a kiss?
I'm not blowing a kiss on the air.
Come on, blow a kiss.
On the air. No,
Why not?
I'm not blowing no kiss.
Everyone's going to be like, oh, Squeeze, man. You blowing quick kisses.
I was going to follow up with something about blowing, but I think it's too early in the week, so I'm chilling.
Yeah. By the way, I have some news further on in the news about someone who's not going to be doing any blowing anytime soon. Shot himself in the you-know-what. But let's get to the serious news first.
Yes, let's get to the serious news.
All right. So, unfortunately, it's not a good day in Texas. Mass killing, as most people know, 26 people killed in a house of worship outside of San Antonio, Texas, near the border. It's at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas. Happened yesterday at 11:30 a.m. 26 people confirmed dead, at least 25 seriously injured. The victims range in age from 5 to 72, including a 14-year-old child. The 14-year-old child was the daughter of the pastor of the church, who is also dead.
Does anyone know what the motive was?
The 26-year-old suspect, we're going to get to it right now, Devin Patrick Kelly, also dead. He was armed with an AR-15, which is an assault rifle. Yep. He lived in New Brunsville, Texas, which is a suburb of Texas. Apparently he was discharged from the military for conduct unbecoming, and apparently had, according to Donald Trump's tweet, because Donald Trump seems to know everything, according to Donald Trump's tweet, he was mentally unstable, which I'm sure he was. Okay, we don't know really why he did it, but I just find it very interesting how people get labeled. Okay, the mass shooter in Las Vegas, mentally unstable. Sorry, we can't do anything about mentally unstable people. This shooter here in Texas, he was mentally unstable. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, now the guy who runs across in New York City last week. Okay, he was mentally unstable too. He goes on the internet and they say he was recruited by ISIS. But it's amazing how the words they use, just in my opinion. What about he was brainwashed by ISIS and he, because he came here as a normal person, he's brainwashed by ISIS, he's also mentally unstable. Right?
Man,
I
see so many weird things happening. I got my own.
But he gets the label terrorist because he's brown-skinned or he's a different religion. To me, I just find it. Listen, they're all mentally unstable. It all shouldn't happen. All I'm commenting on is the labels in which we give people. And when seems to me, Squeeze, a white-born American does this, everybody puts their hands up in the air and says, well, there's nothing you can do about it. He was mentally unstable. When it is a person of color, a person born outside of the United States, who is equally as mentally unstable. I'm not sitting here saying one is more right than the other. I'm saying equally as unstable, they get a different label. They get terrorist or religion. What?
Why wouldn't they? They're white.
I'm just saying, okay? And now, I'm just being cynical about the whole,
how it works.
About how it all works and how people get labeled. It's the same thing, when the mass public discourse gives a label to something, it becomes set in stone. Immigrants. There is nothing illegal about immigrants.
But they're illegal aliens.
They're illegal aliens. They are not aliens because they're not from another country. I mean, they're from another country. They're not from the planet. When you hear illegal alien, okay, think of what that means.
I think of
that you have a criminal who came from Mars, okay, when they're really just undocumented people from another country. Just amazing how things get labeled, and then the label pushes the public discourse.
Yep, sure does. And brainwashing.
Yeah, right. And Carol Anderson says, I look fabulous in my suit. She loves it. Mwah! You see, I gave a kiss to Carol.
And everybody else that's watching, good thing I wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't even looking at me.
I'm not looking when you give me a kiss.
All right.
Man.
So here's some good news. Rosa Maria Hernandez, the 10-year-old immigrant with the cerebral palsy we talked about last week, she was released by authorities. She was the one who was going to in an ambulance. She came here at 3 months old. She had cerebral palsy. And apparently, on her way to the hospital for emergency surgery, ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, pulls her over and puts her in deportation, follows her to the hospital, sits in front of her hospital room, waits for her to get out of the surgery, and puts her in deportation. 3-month-old who came here with cerebral palsy and then sat in immigration detention for over a week. She just finally got reunited.
How old is she now?
She's 10. Got reunited with her parents, and a lot of tweets by Mr. Trump. Nothing about him holding a 10-year-old in jail with cerebral palsy who came here as a 3-month-old. Nothing about that. New York City Marathon. I didn't watch 1 second of it. You know what I was wondering?
What?
Because I went out on Sunday morning. I went to walk my dogs. And about 10 people just went jogging by, and I wanted to stop them and I'd say, wait, there's a marathon up the street. Why don't you just go in the marathon? Why are you jogging around the block here? So apparently a Jeffrey Kamwar of Kenya always wins, Squeeze.
Yep.
They know how to run there. They know how to run.
Yep.
He won in an unofficial time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 53 seconds, which was, he ran 26 miles and change in 2 hours, 10 minutes, 53 seconds, which was about the same amount of time it took my children to get dressed this morning to go to school.
How long it would take you to run that long?
I would still be running. And there's some rape. The first American woman run in 40 years. The first American woman won, Charlene Flanagan. She's from Oregon, and she became the first American woman in 40 years to win the marathon, whether male or female, and she finished as a woman in 2 hours, 26 minutes, 53 seconds. I am proud to say my son got dressed in 2 hours, 25 minutes. He beat her this morning for school. 2 hours and 25 minutes for my son to get dressed this morning.
That's it.
That was it. All right, Squeeze. We're going to answer some immigration questions.
That's what we're going to be doing here. And I want to remind everybody that you are also listening on 93.5 WVIP FM, some of you. But you can catch us on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie's page, and also Brad H. Bernstein and law offices of Spar and Bernstein. We're here to answer immigration questions, speak on law. The number happens to be 1-800-529-5465. Brad will do the answering of the questions. I'll just chill. 1-800-529-5465. It's been a pretty warm fall so far. Pretty warm.
Very warm. It's going to get chilly tomorrow. Yeah. Today's your last warm day for the week. That's my weather report.
That's your weather report.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if, we stick you in a helicopter and do the weather report for the Brad and Squeeze show?
Absolutely not.
There's a Squeeze from high above.
Don't stick me into anything.
The Brad and Squeeze copter.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
All right. So we have 12 open lines right now, Squeeze.
Yes, 12 open lines.
12 open lines.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Call with your immigration questions. I know it's Monday morning. Everyone wants someone else to start asking the questions, but jump in there if you've got green card questions. Maybe you want to find out how to file your citizenship. Make that link, make that call, like I always say, to 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Make that call. Can't connect to your thing, but that's okay.
We have Tamara.
Tamara. Let's go to Tamara.
Tamara, how are you?
Thank you for calling 1-800-LAW-LINK.
Yes, I'm good.
What's going on, Tamara?
Yes, I want to ask a question. I'm filing for my husband, but I don't have a W-2, but I have all my tax return and stuff. Can I submit that without the W-2?
Yeah. What? You're an independent contractor?
No, I work with a company.
So you work
the
with
company I used to work for. I no longer work for them anymore. I'm working in a different company.
Okay. And did you get a W-2 for last year in the company you worked for?
Yes, I did, but unfortunately I don't know where to locate the W-2.
Oh, okay. So then you have to go to your local IRS office. They're going to ask you for it then. You're going to go to your local IRS office and ask for a computer printout of the W-2 and your 1040 return.
Okay, so you're saying I can't submit documents without it?
Well, you can, but you're going to get a letter back saying, please submit your W-2, and everything's going to be delayed.
Okay.
So, you can do whatever you want. It's just nothing's happened. In other words, the worst thing you can do, and this is for everybody out there, is to submit an incomplete application. You are better off not to submit than to submit an incomplete application because the application doesn't go. It doesn't process.
Right.
Just sits there. All right? So make sure you submit a completed application.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Best of luck. Okay.
All right. Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We're still using YouTube as a repository.
Yes, tomorrow we will not be repository for YouTube. We will be back live, I am told, tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. YouTube is out of the toilet tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
You want to know what happened?
No.
Do you want to know what happened? Why we ended up in the toilet on YouTube?
Why?
Somebody forgot to press stop, and we just ran for 12 straight hours.
Dead air.
Dead air. YouTube didn't like it. So it's a learning lesson, Squeeze.
So they put you in the toilet.
They put us in the toilet for a week, but we'll be back on YouTube tomorrow. What?
How is it in there?
Smelly. It's not good. You don't want to be in the toilet. All right. We have 12 open lines right now. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We're happy to answer your immigration questions. We're happy to talk about what else is in the
Why don't we do this? No. Why don't we jump over to SMG, see if she's ready? Maybe she's got questions.
I don't know if SMG is ready.
Because if people don't want to call at 93.5 WVIP FM, 1-800-529-5465, let's go to her and get a couple of questions.
All right, let's just
Then we'll come back to the phone lines at 1-800-LAW-LINK. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to Kim. Kim happens to be our social media guru, who I assume, celebrated a birthday recently. Happy belated birthday.
She's celebrating her birthday on Wednesday.
Wednesday is Kim's birthday.
It's Wednesday?
So we're doing an early birthday celebration.
Yeah.
She did this weekend. We're also doing an early rapid fire round.
Yep.
With whatever questions were already asked on social media. And by the way, we're going to be back to our social media guru. By the way, she was a trooper. She was sick at home and did it from home the other day. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, she was doing it from her sickbed at home. But
so she's the one who clogged up the Skype line.
She did. But we're going to do social media rapid fire now. And also, don't forget to leave your questions, because at the end of our show at about 9:50 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to come back and go for a full rapid fire round. But Kim, what do we got so far?
So far, we've got Tamika on Facebook asking for a friend. Her friend came to the U.S. on a fraudulent passport and was there and has been here for about 20 plus years. She tried to travel on it and they deported her, and then she came back to the U.S. without inspection. Now she's marrying a citizen who's been in the service. The question is, if she wants to file her paperwork, does she go back to Jamaica or does she stay here and file it?
Well, she's got a huge problem, because after she re-entered after a prior order of deportation, she's committed a crime. You know, the fact that you marry somebody in the military service doesn't forgive you for committing a crime, which is re-entry after a prior deportation. So that person is, in fact, could be charged criminally. So whoever's asking that question should say no more and just make an appointment to come see me or one of my very good attorneys here, so we can have a privileged one-on-one conversation.
Tamika, tell your friend.
Okay.
Suyan on Facebook would like to know, can you owe the IRS if you're applying for your citizenship?
You can owe the IRS, yes, but you better be on a payment plan and have that payment plan up to date. Or be talking to Carmel in my office, who's a fantastic tax attorney, and she can try to wipe that tax debt away. Either way, you have to have some sort of, you're okay with the IRS even though you owe money.
That's everything we got for right now.
Good enough. We got to remind folks that they can actually place their questions with you, Kim, on Facebook at Law Offices Spar Bernstein and Brad H. Bernstein, and also, of course, at David Squeeze Annakie. Once again, Kim happens to be our social media guru. Right. Kicking back to her in a few.
All right, the WVIP people got hold of the fact that we were doing social media, and they said we better start calling.
And then jump on the lines and call 1-800-KNOWLEDGE.
All right, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Miss Johnson in Queens.
Miss Johnson, how are you this morning?
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful.
What's up?
Thank you.
Okay. So I have two siblings, younger siblings in Jamaica, as of right now. A little brother and a little sister. I wanted to know the rules and regulations about adopting them. I know some people said it can't be done if my father is still alive. But
they have to be, if you're going to adopt your brothers and sisters, you have to be over 25 and be a U.S. citizen. They have to be under 16, and you have to demonstrate that they're orphaned. So orphan means no mother, no father. Now, your typical orphan means the mother's dead, the father's dead. Okay, but if there's a biological parent that's alive, I'm not going to give you the legal advice to go to Jamaica and shoot them. Instead, if we can prove that they've abandoned them, okay, neglected them, that the children are living elsewhere, so that somebody else is raising these children, we can then go to the Jamaican government and have the biological parents stripped of their parental rights, because they basically gave up raising these children. And then at that point, they're now orphaned, and you can bring them over as orphans. It's a process to go through, but we can certainly help you.
So I would just have to go through the regular process of sending for them. Then.
No. That is absolutely 100% not what I said. Because if you
I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying, if their parents, because right now their parents are still alive and they're taking care of them.
So if that's the case, then they're not orphans. Yeah. No. So then you would not be able to do it then. Correct.
So just go through the regular process of filing for them?
Yeah, but it's going to be a long time as a brother sister.
I heard it takes around 15 years.
Yeah.
Best to get started.
True?
Though.
That is true. Okay, but guess what? If you never do it, they never get here.
That's true.
All right, hold on.
Once again, folks, remember that when you finish speaking with Brad on air, you may just hold and we get you a direct and an in-person appointment. So call us at 1-800-529-5465. Once again, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Let's go to another call.
Patrick.
Yes, morning.
Morning.
Yeah, couple question. I came here 2005, get married 2007, got my green card, my citizenship, but I'm married like over 3 years now. How long will it take to me to marry my new lady?
So a couple of things. One, you came here in 07, you got married to a citizen, you want to adjust your status?
No, 05, came here 05.
Okay, you came here 05, you came here on a legal visa, you're now married to a citizen?
Yes.
Okay, and you'd like to get your green card, you're going to file your adjustment, it'll take about 9 months.
Green card.
Then I'm misunderstanding. You want to know why I have a problem?
What?
Because they have to lower the sound from the studio because it's reverberating. I can't hear the questions. So, okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I got my green card and I got my citizenship since here.
You got your citizenship this year, okay.
Yeah, my divorce like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Or 3 years ago, my divorce finalized.
Okay.
So somebody was telling me so I have to wait like 5 years before I can marry to somebody.
That is not true. You have to wait 5 years from the time you get your green card or until you become a citizen. You've been a citizen for 3 years already, so you can get married today and file for your spouse.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Sometimes I go to listen.
All right, and send Squeeze an invitation. And if for the wedding, and by the way,
what about you?
It's all right. I'll be there. I'm going to be there. I don't know if you are going to be invited or not, but I will definitely be invited. But also, Squeeze doubles as a wedding singer for the weekends. You don't realize that. What?
I can't invite Squeeze because I don't have no parking space for a Ferrari.
You can't invite Squeeze. Why?
Something about a Ferrari.
I don't have a parking space for a Ferrari.
Oh, you don't have a parking space for his Ferrari, so there it is. All right, Squeeze.
See what you
don't have no invitation for you. All right, 1-800-529-5465. That'd be great if you doubled as a wedding singer on the weekend and nobody knew it. All of a sudden, you're at a wedding, you're like, is that Squeeze singing?
Hey, my second job. What can I say?
All right, Gene.
Hi, good morning, Rod.
How are you?
Good morning.
I'm good. So my niece came here from Jamaica. She got married to a citizen. It's a real marriage. She has a child. However, when she went for a visitor's visa, she was in a common law marriage in Jamaica, and she put that on her application. When she went for her interview, they pulled that file and saw that she put that. So she had to send to Jamaica to say that she was never married anywhere in Jamaica, which she did. Mm-hmm. Now, she's still waiting. She hasn't heard from them. She went, the last time she heard from them was in August, and she's still waiting to hear from them.
Wait, this is an adjustment in application she did?
Yes.
Okay. The question becomes, what did she put on that application? Because it says, "Are you married?" And
she said it was in a common law marriage.
All right, if she said common law marriage, then she didn't make any misrepresentation. If she said marriage, then you're gonna need a waiver.
No.
So all right.
I saw the application. It says common law marriage.
What I would suggest, okay, the worst thing in the world to do is when immigration starts questioning you, and they start saying, "Hey, maybe you did something wrong. Please send us more documents." The worst thing in the world you can do is just start complying with them. The smartest thing and then waiting to hear from them. It's like sometimes it's like waiting around for your executioner. Come see us. What are you waiting for? Come see us.
Nobody listens to
It's just, immigration is looking to screw you. They're not looking to help you, I promise you. They're going to say you lied, you said you were married when you were single. I can almost guarantee it.
Even though it says common law marriage, which was in Jamaica?
You're missing the point.
You miss a point.
Let me make the point.
Why don't you make the point?
What Brad is simply saying is this. You are doing the paperwork yourself. And the minute that you see that the immigration starts asking question, it's time for you to say, I need an attorney. I need Spar and Bernstein. Because they're not on your side. They will never, ever be on your side. They're like the credit bureaus. They're never on your side. They're always out to screw you. Well, it's the same thing with the immigration officers. They're trying to screw you. So he's saying, stay on the line, set up an appointment, and let the law officer, Spar and Bernstein, handle this for you, because it could go down.
Okay, I'll tell her. Okay, we'll call you.
All right. You know, it's like I'm waiting and waiting. You're waiting for bad things to happen. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Because they could ask for more.
You're waiting for bad things. You know, we get probably 80%.
More RFEs.
80% of the telephone calls, people call us and they always say, what do you think? You know what? If you know that you have to call this show and ask us what we think,
then you need us.
You need us.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you need us. Your gut is saying you need us.
Yep. Absolutely. Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show, 1-800-529-5465. Got to remind you that it is a full-service law firm at, of course, 225 Broadway. Make sure if you get into an automobile accident, if you fall off the scaffolding, or if you know someone on a construction site that is your friend, family, or foe, let them know the law office from Bernstein is ready for that. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to a call.
All right, Denise in Kingston. Denise, how are you?
Hello, morning. I'm good. And you?
I'm good. Didn't see you over the weekend, but that's all right. I was in Kingston.
Yeah, man, you never come my way,
What's your way?
Seaview Gardens.
Seaview Garden. That's Bounty Killers area, right?
Right.
All right.
You know the thing.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
No problem.
My question is, my daughter is filing, and I have an adopted daughter with my biological daughter. How long will it take for the adopted daughter? The same time as the biological daughter?
You adopted a child.
Yeah.
Who's sponsoring you? You're in Kingston.
My daughter.
Your daughter.
My daughter is doing the filing, but she can't file for them. So I want to know when she's filing for when I get up there and I'm filing.
How old was the child when you adopted the child?
She was 5, but I have her for 1 year and 4 months.
Okay, and how old is she now?
6.
Okay, you cannot file for her until 2 years after the date of the adoption, because you have to have legal guardianship of 2 years, which I assume.
Yes, man, I have a legal. So
started at the time of the adoption. Now your daughter's filing for you. You're probably not going to get up here for another 6-9 months, but you will be filing for your adopted child on the second anniversary of your adoption of her. And you can file for your regular biological child whenever. It's the same processing time. The only difference is you can't file for the adopted child until the second year of the adoption, because it wasn't done through an orphan petition. It was done as a straight adoption.
Okay, yes. So thanks much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. You want to jump over to another one?
What I'd like to do is I'd like to beat Cordella Willery to the punch, because it is now 9:31. And if I take one more telephone call, she hasn't said anything yet, part of the Brad squad. She has not said anything yet, although I see that she's inviting everybody on Facebook to come visit her. I haven't gotten the invitation, but she's invited everybody else.
She did. She invited her to come down and cook.
All right. So, that she did do that on Skype. Yeah. That's not. So I take that back. So I know that in the next 2 or 3 minutes, Cordella Willery on Facebook will start yelling, "I want to hear about USA Credit Repair." So I am going to jump ahead of Cordella and say, now is the time to do the USA Credit Repair segment.
Are you doing it, or am I doing it?
You are doing it.
Oh, I am.
You do it very well. You don't like when I do it. You don't like when you yelled at me the other day when I did it.
I have not yelled at anyone in about 3 years.
Well, how about this? You did not yell at me, but it certainly had tone.
It had tone.
It had tone. It was biting.
Cordella, you are the best. Okay, love you to death. You are one of the smart individuals who have used USA Credit Repair, gotten some great results. We want to say to everybody out there, all right, I could have sworn your director, your executive director, gave you something in reference to credit.
Yes,
she did, right?
Yes, she did. Would you like to talk about that?
It's amazing how you listen. I
didn't know you wanted to talk about that.
I think it's some worthy news.
All right, so here, in the USA Credit segment, the news from the USA Credit segment, a Seattle woman, Squeeze, says her identity was stolen 15 times. How is your identity stolen 15? Is that even possible?
It's quite possible.
Her identity was stolen 15 times since the Equifax data breach, and she has filed a class action lawsuit. Wow. Katie Van Fleet from Seattle says her identity was stolen 15 times. She says it began in September of 2016. She started receiving thank you letters about a credit line opened in Barney's, New York, Kohl's, Macy's, Home Depot, and the Old Navy. And she never applied for a credit line at any of these stores. And her identity was stolen 15 times, says her attorney. And she says it's around the same time as the Equifax breach. Equifax said earlier this month that a total of 145 million people in the United States have been affected by the data breach. Hackers stole names, social security numbers, birth dates. Data breach. What did I say?
Beach. You're thinking about Jamaica.
I am thinking about Jamaica. By the data beach, which has very good surfing at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The waves are perfect. No, the data breach. Hackers stole names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, driver's license, and in some cases, credit card numbers. Experts, but we have an expert here, but I'm going to tell you what the experts say here.
Right.
The experts say most adults with a credit history in the U.S. were likely victims of this breach, including those who have never signed up for an Equifax product. Now, people have been advised to take steps to protect their identity and credit. Squeeze, how do we do that? How do we protect your credit and identity?
Well, the first thing that you want to do right now is to stop what you're doing and spend 3 minutes with a certified credit repair consultant at USA Credit Repair and check your credit to see what's going on with it. If your identity has been stolen, if you have late payments, collections, charge-offs, and other situations, you need to call 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. You can also, of course, put what's called a freeze on your credit profile with all the respective bureaus. There are 3 of them: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. But right now, find out more about that by calling USA Credit Repair. It's a free call. It's a free consultation, and if you choose to fix your credit, they'll give you a great deal that Brad always gives you. So everybody out there, call right now and get that free consultation at 1-800-872-7177.
Are you ready for the deal? The citizenship question of the day.
What's the citizenship question of the day to give everybody 30 days free?
30 days free.
30 days free to repair your credit.
Okay. So... we have, you just have to actually, to get the answer, you just have to watch in the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, because we have our citizenship man in the street questions.
Good.
Okay.
Our woman.
Woman in the street questions. The answer, the question is to get free credit repair, and all you got to do is watch the segment after. The answer is going to be there. How many amendments have there been to the United States Constitution?
And you have asked that one before, and you've given the answer
We have given the answer, and it is in our segment that we're about to show, our Man in the Street segment.
Which is a fun segment,
It's a fun segment. It's fun to watch.
Tuned.
All right, so to get free credit repair, at USA Credit for 30 days, got to call 1-800-872-7177 and have the correct answer to how many amendments are there to the United States Constitution. It's part of your citizenship test, and you're going to see the answer in about 45 seconds.
Stay tuned, folks. Let's go to the streets and see if it's a man or a woman.
This is Kim Moore from the Brad and Squeeze Show, and today we are asking New Yorkers questions from the U.S. citizenship test. Let's see if they can pass it. What is the supreme law of the land?
What is the supreme law of the land? Like, there's just the one big thing that's like the supreme law? Like the supreme being?
Jeez, what is the supreme law of the land? Freedom of speech, I guess.
The supreme law of the land, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Equal rights. You got me. I'm feeling really stupid.
The supreme law of the land is the Constitution. In other words, all the laws derive from the Constitution.
How many amendments does the Constitution have?
50? I don't know that one. No, I have no idea. I'm sorry.
21, 20, I don't know, 15? I have no idea. How many is there?
There are only 27 amendments to the Constitution. It's usually a pretty big deal, and we pretty much remember all of them.
What are the first 10 amendments of the Constitution called?
Declaration of Independence?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
The first 10 amendments of the Constitution, I have no clue.
The first 10 amendments of the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights: freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms.
The idea of self-government is summarized in 3 words in the Constitution. What are those 3 words in the Constitution?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
If you don't know, the 3 words are "we the people."
How many justices are there on the Supreme Court?
3 justice? I don't know.
10?
I'm not too sure how many justices are in the Supreme Court.
You want to take a guess?
25.
There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
Not 16, not 2, not 3, 9 Supreme Court justices.
What does the judicial branch do?
I'm sorry, what is that?
The judicial branch?
Do they levy the taxes?
The judicial branch makes judgments or legal decisions on, I don't know if it's local or state.
The judicial branch reviews laws.
Interpret the laws, make the laws, and resolve the issues.
When there's a case that's in front of a judge, the judge will identify the particular laws that control that case.
So when a case comes before a court, it is the court's job to resolve the issue, make a decision.
What is the economic system of the United States?
Can you further explain that question?
Yeah, like how...
I don't know.
I'm gonna lean toward communism.
Certainly not communists.
Communism is actually not even an economic system. That's kind of a political system, a governing system.
The economic system in the United States is the market economy. That means that we are capitalists.
What is one power of the federal government?
Good question.
The federal government makes decisions on taxes. No?
I don't know. I'm afraid I don't know. I don't know either.
One federal power is to print money. Only the federal government can do that, so that as a country we have one monetary system. The interviewer will have a list of 10 questions. Only 6 of 10 need to be answered correctly. So you get the first 6 right, and that's it. That's all the officer wants to know.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome.
Did we get the answer, Squeeze?
I don't know if they got the answer.
Squeeze is promoting Apple.
But no, I'm not promoting. I'm just being informative.
Yeah, you were just showing me the iPhone 10.
If their credit is screwed up, they probably can't buy this.
You can't get it, right. Squeeze was just showing me the iPhone 10 while we were running the citizenship thing.
Right.
And I'm on the waiting list for the iPhone 10. And now I'm thinking I don't like it because it's way too small.
Yep.
I don't like my phone small. I'm a small person. So small people have to make up for, their smallness and have to have everything big. Like I have a big car, big phone, right? Can't have a small phone.
Would you date a woman bigger than you?
Sure, I have.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna take my name off that. It's too small, the iPhone 10.
It's very small.
I don't like it. I'm not liking it.
I'm like, I haven't even set it up yet. I'm wondering if I should return it.
Return it.
I already have the 8.
Yeah, I'm going to get the 8. I'm going to get the 8.
8 is great.
8's great?
Yeah.
8 is great.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to do too.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to do too.
This iPhone 10 is not all it's all cracked up to be.
All right, Squeeze, let's do this. All right, we have some questions people have been holding for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to go back to our social media guru, Kim.
All right. How many calls we got?
We have 3 right now.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to our social media guru. We'll take 3 calls. And then we're going to go to our social media guru. And so if you're watching us on Facebook at law offices, Spar and Bernstein, Brad H. Bernstein, David Squeeze Annakie, USA Credit Repair, Facebook on Jamrock Magazine, Facebook on LinkUp Media. Leave your questions because we're going to our social media guru is going to read them off in our real, we had like a mini rapid fire, but in our real rapid fire coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes. In the meantime, let's go to Chandra in the Bronx.
Chandra, how are you doing? And welcome to the Brad and Squeeze Show where we answer immigration questions and more.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Yes, I have a question. I have an expired work permit for a long time, and I had applied for one and didn't get it. Or I don't know. I've been here for about 5 years, and I have my son's here with me, and I had a baby last year. And I am not able to work.
All right. So basically, your question. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. You have an expired One second. You have an expired work permit somehow. You've been here for 5 years. You have a baby. You'd like to work. You don't know what to do. So basically, your question is, I'm out of status. Make me legal.
Yes.
Okay. So you need to hold on and make an appointment because I cannot make you legal on a broadcast digital platform, but I can try to help you.
No, but my other question was because I had gotten prosecutorial discretion.
You got so you were in deportation too at some point.
Yes.
All right, so that just adds another layer into your issues. But again, that really means why you need a consultation. So hold on 1 second. Okay.
Need that in-person one.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Shonda from the BX. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Let's go to William in Miami Beach, Florida.
It sounds like Miami Beach, all right.
Yeah. Party's still going on there.
Good morning, bro.
Yes, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, sir. I would like to go to Jamaica, but I bought my ticket already. But then my mom telling me that if you have any run-ins with the law, you won't be able to come back. Is that true?
That is possibly true. Your mom, always listen to mom. What was your run-in with the law?
I had a battery case.
Yeah, an assault.
A year ago.
Okay, and what happened with the case?
Well, I went to court, and the judge said that my case was dismissed.
The judge says your case was dismissed.
Do you have any proof?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What I would do, if your case was dismissed, then go travel. To me, I wouldn't do anything until I got a piece of paper called a disposition from the court, and I would show that disposition to a good lawyer and ask the lawyer, here's the disposition, this is what I'm traveling with, because you should travel with your disposition, because they're going to ask for it at the airport, and say to a lawyer, here's my disposition I got from the court, does this disposition, which I'm going to show at the airport, does this say my case was dismissed? Because if it does, then you're free to travel. If it doesn't, listen to mom.
William.
I did that.
William.
Yes, sir.
Are you a green card holder?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
What?
Was that
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, if you're positive it's dismissed, bon voyage. If you want to be 100% certain.
I say check it out, man.
Check it out. Hold on.
Right. 1-800-529-5465. Let's take another one quickly.
Nope, that's it.
That's it?
We're going to go to social media check-in.
Social media check-in. This is where you all place your questions on Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie's page, or Brad H. Bernstein, or the law offices of Spar Bernstein. Place your questions now. Last chance to get your questions in on the Live at 9 show, the Brad and Squeeze show, brought to you, of course, by USA Credit Repair. Let's go to Kim in the social media room. She's a social media guru. Hello.
Yes, she is. Hello,
you know what I noticed, Kim? Somebody shut off the TV behind with our Spar Bernstein logo.
Yes, it has been shut off. I need to get it back up, but our mouse isn't working. So we have to do everything via keyboard. It's quite the adventure.
Quite the adventure.
Yes.
Quite the adventure.
Always.
Kim.
All right, rapid fire, Kim.
Do not get the iPhone X for your birthday.
Do not. We have all decided on this live show that we like the iPhone 8 Plus better than the iPhone 10.
I'm actually an Android girl myself, so I'm not Team iPhone at all.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
All right, so let's get to the questions right now. Kim is our social media guru. Let's see the first question, or hear the first question that she has right here in the Brad and Squeeze show.
Rose on Facebook would like to know, how long is the whole processing time for citizenship?
It should be 6 months, but depending on where you are, it could be dragged out to 8 to 12 months.
Sandra on Facebook would like to know, my son was adopted by his father's wife, and he was told that he cannot file for me, his biological mother. Is that true?
Correct. If there was an adoption and that broke the parent relationship between you and your son, he cannot file for you. That is true.
Nana on Facebook would like to know, we applied to remove the conditions on my green card since April 2016. I was given a 1-year extension then, and that expired, and then I was given a 6-month stamp. That expired again, and my husband and I went to them again, and I was given another 6-month stamp, which will expire on March 27th of next year. They keep asking for more evidence, and we sent it to them in June, but we still haven't heard from them.
Yeah, you got to prove that it's a real marriage, and now you've been trying to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. It sounds like over 2 years with all these extensions that you've gotten. At this point, if you've provided them with documentation that it's a real marriage and they're not satisfied and it's a real marriage, hello? What do you do? Call us.
Call 1-800-529-5465.
What I do for a living.
Yep.
I love people who with the questions that are like, everything keeps going wrong and I don't know what to do. How can you help?
Exactly. But that's exactly it. I mean, everything is going wrong. You know, what should I do?
Everything.
Do something different. Call a lawyer. Right.
Yeah, love that line about if you're calling someone, you already know you have a problem.
Exactly, right.
Dane on Facebook would like to know if your green card is expired, can you still work?
What do you mean a green card expired? A 10-year card? You can work, absolutely. Just because your green card expired, unless it's the conditional green card and you didn't renew it, but if your permanent green card expired, you absolutely can work. You just don't have proof that you're a lawful resident. So if your employer asks you for an I-9 verification, you're going to have a problem because you're not going to be able to show proof that you're legal to work, but you are legal in America. You just don't have the evidence of it. So my suggestion would be go renew your green card. Now, obviously, you can show your driver's license and social and say, yes, I am a permanent resident. That should actually suffice on an I-9, but go renew your green card. Have evidence that you're legal. But the answer is yes.
Blake would like to know, how soon after you get married to a citizen can you file?
The next day.
Justina on Facebook. Yeah, we get that one all the time. Justina on Facebook would like to know, can a U.S. citizen file for her son who's over 21 and on DACA?
Can a U.S. citizen file for her son over 21 and on DACA? Yes. And my question is why has that U.S. citizen never filed for the child? I mean, you're a U.S. citizen. So you've been a green card holder for 5, 6, 7 years already. What took so long? But the answer is yes.
And why is he on DACA now?
Yeah, but what's the answer is yes.
How long does it take?
Over 21, you're looking at 6, 7 years now.
Jody Ann would like to know, my grandmother put in my paperwork for my mom's paperwork from 2015. When do you think it would be ready?
2015, are you over 21? They're up to 2011. So 2015 minus 2011 is 4 more years, assuming you're over 21 and unmarried.
Timo would like to know, can I include my deceased brother's kids when filing my adjustment of status through marriage? They're all under 21.
No. There's no including nephews, and there's no special rule because your brother died. You can adopt them.
Right, I was just about to say.
Okay, but then you would have to go through an adoption process. I don't know where they are at this moment. If they're here in the United States and the brother died and they're living with you, you can do a SIJ, a special juvenile immigrant petition for them and get legal guardianship of them. So there's lots of ways you can help them, but just adding them on a piece of paper doesn't help.
Does not work.
And lastly, Queen of My Castle would like to know, if you get your work permit, does that mean everything is good with your case?
No, it just means they accepted your application. That doesn't mean, there's a fallacy that just because your work permit was issued, that means you're getting your green card. Just means that they accepted your application. If you don't get your work permit, that means they did not accept your application. Okay, accepting your application and actually having somebody review it to make sure you're eligible to obtain a green card is 2 different things.
So getting the work permit is basically like a receipt?
And more or less, more than a receipt, because you get a receipt first, and then somebody looks at it and says, did you submit all the documents you were supposed to, and did you answer all the questions? Then, if that answer is yes, you will get a work permit. But nobody actually has interviewed you yet. Nobody has looked at to see whether you filled it out correctly or incorrectly, or whether you provided proper documentation that would establish that you're eligible for what you're applying for. It's just, is a form here, and is the form filled out? That's basically what anybody has looked at so far to get a work permit. It's like literally a cursory review. doesn't mean everything is okay.
Gotcha. We got one last minute question on Facebook. Juliet would like to know, my husband is a U.S. citizen, but he wants to be a Jamaican. He wants to know what he can do. I know the answer, but I want you to tell him.
Squeeze. Squeeze.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a person who's a U.S. citizen but wants to be a Jamaican. What should he do?
Okay.
Because this is now Jamaica law.
And I do not practice law in any capacity.
You do not? Okay. I once went years ago.
I refuse to practice any law.
Years ago, when I first started with Squeeze, 19 years ago, Squeeze had this great idea that we're going to go to Jamaica and do our show in Jamaica. And we sat outside Hot 102, which was on a hot night, and we had about 200 or 300 people come for me to answer their immigration questions, and we did it live in Jamaica and New York. It was true, and I don't have the picture anymore, and they carved the biggest watermelon I've ever seen in my entire life, which was really funny, right in front of us. And I said, Squeeze, why are we sitting in front of a watermelon? We didn't know. And you want to know what happened?
Don't ask me how a watermelon.
Okay, you want to know how this all comes back to this question? All the lawyers in Jamaica started complaining to me that I was coming to Jamaica and practicing law illegally in Jamaica because I was answering these legal questions. And they were all very scared. And I said, no, I am not answering any legal questions on Jamaica. I don't pretend to be a lawyer in Jamaica. I don't know anything about Jamaican law, although I do know about the legitimacy law of 1973 because it does go back to immigration. Right. But I don't pretend to be a Jamaican lawyer. I said, I just happen to be physically in Jamaica answering questions about American law.
U.S. law.
I don't know anything about Jamaican law and how to become a Jamaican citizen. But I do know that when you do go to answer questions in Jamaica, apparently they think a huge watermelon would be a good back front.
You keep focusing on a watermelon.
Just thought it was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life.
We should have a watermelon. Now I want watermelon. Would that be weird just outside the office, like offering watermelon?
No, it was like a carved watermelon, like a pumpkin, like they would carve a pumpkin. It was like with a face and everything.
Was it your face?
No, it was not.
That's unfortunate. We got one more last minute.
All right.
Bernadette wants to know, I used another name in coming to America. Is it possible to come in again?
Well, you committed fraud, so if it's ever discovered that you ever traveled at any time using a false name, or if you apply for a green card, it's ever discovered, you're going to be denied for life. So the answer is no.
Okay.
There you have it.
I think we got them all. I think we...
Social media guru. Very good. Thank you very much. We'll see you at the 12 o'clock hour.
See you soon.
All right, Squeeze.
Man, oh man. So I got some little bit of news for you, which may make you change your mind.
What?
The iPhone X screen is actually bigger than the iPhone 8.
Plus.
It's the physical phone itself that's bigger. But the display screen.
On the Plus is bigger?
No, on the Plus, the iPhone 8.
The 8 Plus, the screen is not as big. Which screen is bigger?
The display screen is bigger on the smaller phone, the iPhone X.
Really?
Yeah.
I will have to take a look at this after.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't want you running out.
I was like, Squeeze screwed me again. I got the wrong phone.
Nope, never screwed you, man.
All right.
I just wanted to know.
By the way, here, you want to know what? I'll give you you're a tech guy.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have one more question. We'll try to get one more question.
I got a couple I got to ask you.
Okay, but you're a tech guy. Quick tech question. Mm-hmm. What are the 5 largest tech companies in the world that control your life?
Well, obviously, one of them is Apple.
Apple is one.
Samsung.
No. The 5 largest companies that control basically everybody's life in the world. Google, Apple. Microsoft.
Yeah.
You have 2 more. What are we on?
What do you mean? What?
Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
Right.
And you're going to tell me which other one?
Amazon.
Amazon is a monster, man.
Yeah. Do you know Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those 5 companies basically control everybody's life.
Amazon is
a
monster.
Think about it.
They do everything.
Yeah. All right, we have a minute.
All right, so listen, hey, Squeeze and Brad, I filed for my adjustment of status to get my 10-year green card in November the 20th, 2016, and I called immigration recently, and they are at October the 3rd of 2016. Can you tell me how long before they reach November?
Well, they're October, and you're November, so a month. 6 weeks. 8 weeks. Weeks and weeks, not years and years.
Yeah.
The USA Credit answers 27 amendments.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. One more.
You didn't care.
One more. I've done it so much. Yeah. My friend's daughter is filing for his mother. How much would it cost for her doing the filing?
Cost and filing fees?
That's
for an adjustment for an adjustment application. It's $1,760 if you're a U.S. citizen over 21 filing for your mother and she's adjusting here.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for my page where the questions are concerned.
All right. We did not get to Georgia and Daytona Beach, so I'm terribly sorry, Georgia. We're out of time.
We got 2 minutes.
We don't have 2 minutes. Georgia, quickly. You have 30 seconds.
Alrighty. I have a friend. Her mom passed away, and she's trying to go to Jamaica. She has already gotten a 2-year green card that expired, and she got her extension letter. She made an appointment and went into immigration, and they're telling her there is no guarantee that she'll be let back in the country.
That's not true. That's not true. She has a green card, an extension letter. The extension letter is good for a year. She has a valid passport, let her travel. My condolences to her. We got to get out of here. But that's absolutely not true. She can travel.
All right. Got to end the show, folks. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome, but this has been an attorney advertisement. But let's do it right. Let's make it legal. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.